After the partitions of the First Polish Republic and as a result of deportations, there were many Poles in the east. In former Russia, the Bolsheviks seized power and began to introduce new orders. Poles rebelled against collectivization and atheism. Even the deportees, despite being enslaved people, in Siberia were considered free people. There was something in the Poles that emanated that very spirit of freedom. Initially, the authorities of the Soviet Union created two special enclaves for Poles, Marchlewszczyzna and Dzierżyńszczyzna, but these attempts did not break the resistance. In connection with this and the fear of Polish aspirations to regain the borders before 1772, Joseph Stalin decided to murder the Poles. These people were mainly murdered with a shot in the back of the head, the Katyn shot in the back of the head. It can also be said that the anti-Polish operation was also a kind of testing ground before the Katyn crime. On August 11, 1937, the bloody order was signed by the People's Commissar of Internal Affairs of the Soviet Union, Nikolai Yezhov. Poles were murdered not only in the former Republic of Poland, but also in the Caucasus, Siberia, and other Soviet areas where Polish hearts were beating. All those arrested as the disclosure of their guilt during the investigation should be divided into two categories. The first category, which includes all espionage, sabotage, malicious and insurgent cadres of Polish intelligence, subject to execution. The second category, less active people, punishable by imprisonment in prisons and camps for a period of 5 to 10 years. We would like to know where these people are buried and their personal details. This is not only a historical necessity, but a cultural necessity. We must pay tribute to these people. Operation Poland is not an isolated case. The Russians have persecuted and murdered Poles for centuries. The subject of the Polish operation has been overlooked for years. If it had not been for the historian's work, no one would have found out about the crime. Of course, it was overlooked throughout the period of the People's Republic of Poland. But interestingly enough, also afterwards, when we regained independence, and I did not return with my memory to this terrible phenomenon of genocide, regular genocide, committed by the Soviet Union. Operation Poland, led by the NKVD, went hand in hand with the Stalinist Great Purge. In the years 1937 to 1938, the Soviets murdered over 111,000 Poles. Nearly 30,000 Poles were sent to labor camps. Historians recall that this data may be underestimated.